Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna do a response to GW573. He recently made a video called Cards I Love with Little to No Value. What are yours? So I thought this was an interesting theme, and I dug through my PC and I found some cards which have hardly no value whatsoever, but I love them. I love looking at them through my binder or just when I'm sifting through cards. To start things off, Julio Franco, one of the best DHs in baseball history. This card hardly has no value whatsoever, but it does capture his batting stance, which I love so much. I used to mimic it playing wiffle ball, stickball, playing ball with my friends at the yard. I mimicked his stance, Sheffield, Mattingly, but definitely the fact that this card is able to capture that stance is why I love this card so much. Secondly, I have a card which has an action shot of Lo Cain robbing someone of a home run. I actually love this card a lot. Lo Cain is one of my favorite defensive outfielders in baseball. This card has almost no value, even though it's a gold card. But I just love the fact that it's a great action shot. I love when baseball cards are able to capture action shots of players, especially iconic players who have great defense like this one. Dennis Martinez, El Presidente. What else is there to say? This card is very unique. He's in his vacation summer outfit. Came to the ballpark to basically pick up his check. Saw people were warming up, playing, whatever. And he just started playing with them. Obviously, you could tell it just wasn't a photograph shot because he has dirt on his butt there. So who knows if he slid into base or something when he was hitting. But he's even in his moccasins. I mean, this is a gorgeous, priceless picture. He's got his watch, his bracelet on. He just walked over, started throwing the ball. Probably didn't even warm up. I love this card. It's like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. This one encapsulates that perfectly. I love this Diamond King card. You know I love my Diamond King cards because of the drawing, but this card right here was able to capture Wade Boggs' intensity, the look in his face, his eyes. It's why he was able to win so many batting titles, and obviously I rooted against him because one, he was a Red Sox, and two, he kept crippling Don Mattingly's chances for a batting title. It seemed like he was always hitting for 370 when Don Mattingly was hitting for 330. But yeah, his intensity at the plate, it's just captured perfectly there by Perez. I love it. This card I love a lot. Even though it's Wilton Guerrero, Vlad's brother, it's just, they're just having fun. I love it. There's all smiles. Obviously, Vladdy looks so young there in his braces. It just brings me back to my youth when I was hanging out with my friends playing baseball, having fun, lots of laugh. And I feel like in this picture is able to capture that. And that's why I love looking at this picture. It just brings me back to when I had fun playing baseball. These next two cards reminds me of this action shot of Thurman Munson, which makes this card, pretty sought after. These next two cards are not valuable at all, but same thing with the action shot. They're gorgeous because of that. Here's an aerial view of Kevin Brown getting someone at the plate. You could tell the plate is right here. He totally missed it. He's getting sandwiched, tangled up, and it's kind of sad because Kevin Brown is basically using his head as a seat. But this is another one. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I love this picture so much. This card. Another action shot. Kurt Manwaring, Top Stadium. Obviously, he's getting bowled over. He's trying to loosen it up, and he's pointing the glove at the ump, telling him, I still got the ball. He's got the home plate try, fail. And I love it because nowadays with how soft the league has gotten, or baseball overall, how soft sports has gotten, this will remind me how, yeah, people were tougher back in the days and bowling over was normal practice. Love that card. Next up, I have a few cards which are pretty unique. These are extra bases cards by Fleer. This is a rookie card of Manny Ramirez. They're oversized, so it was hard for me to preserve these cards. The corners are a little bit dinged up. There's no penny sleeves or binders I was able to put these in. But I really like them. I like the way they look. But being that they're so oversized, I just could not keep these in good shape. Look at this Mike Piazza card. It's got his stance here. It's got him in his catcher's uniform. Best of both worlds. It's got the little gold touch here. Nice little profile pic. These are gorgeous cards, but they're worth next to nothing. Next up, I have cards that remind me of this Jimmy Fox card, where Jimmy Fox was a lifetime first baseman, but for whatever reason, they captured him in a catcher's uniform. So, two cards that remind me of that card is this Paul Konerko card. Lifetime first baseman, Chicago White Sox great, but he came up with the Dodgers as a catcher. And they have him here with his gear, and I love the look on his face. He's peering in, trying to get a sign or looking at someone like, what, you trying to steal my signs? It's like so intense, that look. I love this card. This card, it's got a few little dings, thus making this card probably not worth more than 50 cents or $1 maybe, who knows. And the next card in catcher's gear, even though he's a lifetime second baseman, is Craig Biggio. Due to the overproduction of 89 Donruss, this card is not worth much, maybe a quarter or 50 cents to say the least, but I love it. One of the most premier names, second baseman, Houston Astro lifer, 3,000 hits. And I can't say this card's very valuable, but it's one of my favorite rookie cards. And he's in a catcher's gear, so it's pretty unique. Few more rookie cards that are worth next to nothing but brings back memories for me. Kevin Moss. 20 home runs in a blip. This card skyrocketed, and during the Stump Merrill era, he gave us all hope that throughout the early 90s, the Yankees were not going to be the stepchild to the Mets. And yeah, I had like 10 of these cards thinking they were going to be a good investment. They're worth hardly nothing, but I love this card because it's a big reminder of what the Yankees were, where they came back from, and now they're like this big juggernaut dynasty. But Kevin Moss was our hope. Card's not worth anything whatsoever. Another card that I thought would be worth a lot when I was younger, Mark Grace. His rookie card. Also have like 10 or 15 of these cards. And I thought this card was going to be very expensive in the future, and it's not. And he's a great hitter for the Cubs, but you know, what is it to say? All people who have this card in the 90s know it's not that expensive. Gary Sheffield's rookie card. I love this one with his gold fronts, the gold jewelry. It's got like a blend of hip hop and baseball in there. I love it. Also not worth much, but for a guy of his name and, you know, to think it's not worth that much. Deion Sanders, got the Jerry curls, the headband. Even with this baseball uniform, it could pass for a football jersey. So it's like the perfect cross of football to baseball to me. And also, it's not worth much. It's like a 50 cent or $1 card. Jose Fernandez, thought he'd be the next great pitcher. Unfortunately, the boating accident, rest in peace. I thought the Marlins were going to be a great team for years and years and years with their lineup, with him as the ace of the staff. I mean, look at his rookie season. 14-1 with 158 strikeouts over 134 innings. This guy could even hit. Very intense player. It's just a shame this card's not worth nothing based on the fact that he only pitched like, what, 3 seasons, I think? It's a shame. And lastly, I've shown this card before, but it's one of my favorite rookie cards in my PC, which is worth maybe $1 at the most. Frank Thomas. And the reason why I love this card so much is because it reminds me of these two cards. Ernie Banks and Ken Griffey Jr. were two of my favorite cards growing up. Every time I looked at Beckett book, Beckett guide, I love looking at these two cards. Told myself I'm going to own them one day. So this Frank Thomas card to me, looks as good and sharp as these two cards because of the winning smile. I put him up there, but unfortunately his leaf card is the one you want, and this scorecard, I'm telling you, is worth 75 cents, maybe $1. But to me, I value this card as an equal to these two other cards. So that's my video to cards I love with little to no value. What are yours? I challenge the rest of the community to dig in your PC and show us what are your favorite cards that are worth hardly anything. Till the next one, have a good one. Bye.